Do you know why this car is 169.7 inches long? It's a good-looking, well-proportioned car. So you could assume that this length was determined merely for appearance sake, but that's wrong. Everything about the car was developed to meet the requirements of small car buyers. When Chevrolet decided to build a small car, there were virtually no small car components, no small chassis, no small engine. What you see then is a completely new product, carefully designed to offer small car buyers not only the size of car, but the kind of car they want, and at the same time give them the extra advantages of the most up-to-date technology and engineering skill. A major consideration was how passengers would be seated, not too upright, not too reclined. Positioning the passengers, incidentally, affects the size of the passenger compartment. Seated very upright, less legroom is needed, but the car has to be higher. If you stretch them out more, the space required is longer, but not as high. In the Vega, passengers are positioned for comfort with sufficient space around them. Notice there's adequate rear legroom, too. Chevrolet insists that each of the 4 passengers has adequate room. Try the passenger compartment for yourselves. Try the front seats. Notice how comfortable they are. The seats provide excellent support for your back and legs. The seats are all foam through and through. If you compare them with other seat constructions, you'll see the difference. The standard upholstery is a durable, washable vinyl. The molded interior door panels are easy to clean and replace if necessary. The dash is simple and functionally designed with easy-to-read instruments right in front of the driver. Now, the hood release is under the dash, so no one can get into the engine compartment without first releasing the lock inside the car. Notice how well you can see out of the car. There are 3,635.4 square inches of glass in the sedan. Extra glass makes a car more expensive to build, but more pleasant to ride in. You might not think the little holes in the headlining would make much difference, but they do. The inner metal of the double roof has precisely positioned holes, too, that help absorb noise. If you think about it, quietness adds greatly to a car's luxury and pleasantness. A double roof is also an insulator. It helps keep the car cooler when the sun is blasting down. Incidentally, aside from testing the mechanics of the car, driver and passenger conveniences and comforts were carefully tested for thousands of miles by a team of pleasability engineers. Their job is to ensure that owners are pleased with the car. Chevrolet is concerned that people will like the way the car feels or sounds, as well as its operating mechanics. One of the things the pleasability engineers worked on was noise reduction. The headliner is an example of this. There are many other ways of either reducing noise or soundproofing the right areas so that people don't hear it. Some ways cost a lot of money. The trick is to find the ones that really help without forcing the car's price out of reach. Notice how big the doors are. They're 52 inches wide, so backseat passengers can get in and out easily. Wide doors are a big help when you have to load or unload bulky packages. The engine is one of the most interesting features of the new Vega, and its performance offers a number of excellent advantages. You might wonder why it's a 4-cylinder. It could easily have been a 6 or an 8. You can make a new engine with any number of cylinders, whatever will be best for the car. The fact is, a 4-cylinder is generally more economical than either a 6 or an 8. So Chevrolet invested the millions of dollars required to produce a completely new engine. This is a large 4, 140 cubic inches, or 2.3 liters. Again, you could use a considerably smaller engine that turns faster, like many European engines, but a relatively larger, slower revving engine is subject to less wear. It tends to be quieter, and it's better suited for transmissions with fewer gears. Chevrolet's proven 2-speed Power Glide is generally considered an excellent transmission. It's relatively inexpensive for the customer to buy, and we're delighted to be able to offer it in the Vega. On the other hand, the engine is also great with a 4-speed stick. With the Vega, you can have your choice of a 4-speed manual, the standard 3-speed manual, Power Glide or torque drive, which allows you to shift manually, but a clutch pedal is unnecessary. Rear axle ratios are matched to the specific engine and transmission power team. If you order the standard engine and transmission, you have a choice of a 2.53 ratio, which gives excellent economy, or a 2.92 ratio, which gives better performance and is well suited for mountain driving. The standard engine has 90 horsepower. 110 horsepower is available as an option. The standard engine gives good performance and economy, certainly a lot better than most other little cars. Both engines have an 8-to-1 compression ratio and operate on regular leaded or low leaded fuel. On test trips under all types of driving conditions, Vega gave better fuel economy than its competition, domestic and foreign, including the VW. If you like a little car that really amounts to a little sports car, you can select the 110 horsepower engine and the 4-speed manual shift, and even then you'll get good economy. Notice this vent. Fresh air is drawn through here by the powered air ventilation system, which is standard. This intake is well above the level of exhaust fumes from other cars. The system using the heater blower operates automatically when you turn on the ignition key. Fresh air is circulated throughout the passenger compartment and exhausted through these louvers. The sedan has 8.7 cubic feet of trunk space, and the 11-gallon gas tank is stowed safely under the floor. The coupe has a hatchback rear and accommodates 9.3 cubic feet of luggage with the rear seat in position. By folding the rear seat down, you can have a total of 18.9 cubic feet and 67.4 inches of length on the platform. The tailgate of the camback wagon and panel express swings upward. There are 50.2 cubic feet of carrying space with the rear seat folded down. In the camback wagon and coupe, there are 56 pounds of sound-deadening material sprayed inside the floor pan and under the wheel wells. That's a new technique, and it's something the pleasability men worked on. By efficiently spraying the material on, they could cover all areas perfectly, save you money, and improve interior acoustics. Now, the rest of the story, and in some respects the most important part, you must see for yourself when you drive the Vega. I'll drive first and show you how everything works. Then you can take the wheel. When you drive, notice what a good seating position you have and how well you can see out. Notice how steady the steering wheel is. You never need to keep working at it as you do in some cars. When you get up to a good speed, see how stable the car is. That's often referred to as down-the-road sense. It doesn't wander, not even when a truck goes by. The wide tread, low center of gravity, a relatively long 97-inch wheelbase combined with the particular suspension and steering geometry account for these characteristics. And you'll find all models behave well with people in the back, too. This behavior was carefully engineered into the car. There are 10-inch disc brakes at the front, and at the back, drum brakes that have leading and trailing shoes. Apply the brakes when you get a chance. You'll see how good they are. The Vega, like big Chevrolets, has side guard beams in the doors and undergoes the same kind of side impact tests as our big cars. It's the only little car on the market with them. The Vega really does everything well. That's probably why the ad people wrote that line.